What's going on, guys? Trinity Gaming here, and I'm going to be going over my Stellar Knight deck profile. I've been meaning to do this deck profile for quite some time now. I was originally going to do this deck profile after Duelist Alliance came out, but I did not get the 3 Denebs I was hoping to get, so I had to wait for the 2 that I got in the mail, which I finally did like weeks ago. I just haven't really had any time to do this deck profile. Luckily, I actually did get my 2 Denebs that I needed the day before they went up in price, so I got pretty lucky there. So yeah, Stellar Knights, probably the deck I was really looking forward to playing from Duelist Alliance. Yeah, not really much to say. It's a really easy deck to play. It's been doing really well lately, even without the Star Seraphs. I never really tested it with Star Seraphs, but I know it's a pretty good deck with the Star Seraph build. So anyway, let's go into the deck profiles. It's Stellar Knights. So, 3 Stellar Knight Denebs, the main searcher of the deck, Stratos, if you will. Really important card to use. Must have at 3. All Stellar Knight monsters get their effects regardless how they're summoned. So the normal summon, flip summon, special summon, tribute summon, even though they can't be tribute summoned, but as long as they're on the field, summon on the field, they get their effects off. So 3 Denebs, search out any Stellar Knight card. Most of the time you're always going to search out Altair, but you can search out other ones if you wish. So 3 Altair, Wolfbark of the deck. In my opinion, it's better than Wolfbark, and so yeah, you normal summon it, and then you special summon a Stellar Knight card, Stellar Knight monster from the graveyard in face-up defense position, and if you do, only Stellar Knight monsters for the rest of the turn can attack. So 3 Altairs. 3 Stellar Knight Unokalahai. It's the strongest Stellar Knight monster in your main deck. It's your Fool's Burial. You normal summon it, you send your Vega, you send their Nebs to the grave, and then you can just bring them back with Altair, and then their effects go off. So 3 Unokalahai. Really good card as well. So those are the 3 ofs. Next is 2 Stellar Knight Vegas. Special summoner, you normal summon it, and then special summon another one. Stellar Knight card from your hand. So you normal summon Vega, special summon Altair from your graveyard, and special summon Altair from your hand. And then Altair's effect goes off, and you can special summon Deneb from your graveyard, or whatever Stellar Knight card you have in your graveyard, and then that card's effect goes off as well. Next is 1 Aslam or whatever. Yeah, deals 1,000 damage. Really good. Really heavy Soul Charge format, so your opponent's always going to be using Soul Charge. You get this guy on the field, you burn him for 1,000 damage, and you just won the duel. You don't really see it coming. You can always bring this guy back with Altair. You can easily deal like 2,000 to 3,000 damage just with this guy alone, just bringing him back from the grave. And also you can always Xyz summon using this guy with the Cowboy. Burn him with 800 damage, detach him, bring him back with Altair, or burn with another 1,000 if you Xyz summon into number 50, Flagship of Khorne. So yeah, Stellar Knight Aslam is a really good card. Tech card I like to use, Photon Thrasher, level 4, Warrior Light. Special summon it when you have no cards on the field, 2100 beater. Really good play is if you already have cards in your graveyard, or Stellar Knight cards in your graveyard, you special summon them on the field if your field's empty, and then you normal summon Vega. Vega's effect goes off, and then you special summon Altair, and then Altair's effect goes off to bring back your Stellar Knight card or monster that you have in your grave, and then you just have 4 monsters just like that. And it's an easy Xyz summon into Deltaros, and then 1 Honest because this whole deck is light, so why not use Honest? So that's it for the monsters. Next is 2 Stellar Knight Skybridges. It's a really good switch out card. Yeah, I think this card's really good. If your opponent targets one of your monsters, you can always just switch it out with another monster, and then that Stellar Knight card gets their effects off. So yeah, really nice card. 2, I guess you could use it at 1. Some people don't even run it at all, but I still like it. Next, 2 Reinforcement of the Army. More searching. It's your 2 other Denebs, so it's pretty much like having 5 Denebs in the deck. Your entire deck, except Honest, is a level 4 warrior type monster, or level 4 or lower. So 2 Reinforcements of the Army. Next is 2 Soul Charge, bringing back your Stellar Knight cards. I usually only use one, but you mainly just use two just to get it out faster. But sometimes you will have to use two. But yeah, so use Soul Charge, bring back Altair and Deneb, and then when Altair comes back on the field, you can bring back another card. So just paying those 2,000 life points, and that's it. So 2 Soul Charge, 2 Forbidden Lance for protection and protecting your monsters, and bringing down your opponent's monsters by 800 attack. 2 Forbidden Lances, 2 Mystical Spectre Phones, destroy back row or any set card on the field. I'm going to set spell trap card. 2 Pot of Dualities. This deck is a really heavy special summon deck, but I think this card's a lot better than Upstart, because Upstart you only draw 1 card and then you give your opponent 1,000 life points. With Pot of Duality, you use it, you draw 3 cards, and out of the 3 cards you choose 1, so it's very possible you can get your Denebs. So yeah, it's just a really easy way to get your Denebs really faster, much quicker. So 2 Pot of Dualities. 1 Book of Moon, because Book of Moon's still a really great card. So that'll do it for the spells. Next is 2 Saturnite Saturnova Alphas for the traps. Really good card. Spell speed 3 card, so it's really, you can't stop it unless you have Wiretap or if your opponent has a Saturnova Alpha themselves. So whenever a monster effect, spell, or a trap card effect is activated, you can send a Saturnite monster from your field to the grave to get the activation, and then you draw a card. It's just too good. It's one of the best traps in the game right now. 2 Call of the Hunted, a really good card in this deck as well. Use it during your end phase. Bring back Altair. Altair cycle goes off, brings back another card. That card just brought back goes off, so it's just too good. 2 Call of the Haunted. 2 Wiretaps. Really good trap card to stop other trap cards. This card stops pretty much every other trap card. It also stops Wiretap. It stops Saturnova Alpha. So yeah, 2 Wiretaps. 2 Breakthrough Skills for effect negation and all that stuff and effects. 2 Dimensional Prisons, getting rid of those El Shaddai Windows and other hands and mirror matches against Saturnites. So 2 Dimensional Prisons. And then for the one-ofs, Solemn Warning, Bottomless Trapple, which is okay, I guess, and then Compulsory Evacuation Device. So that'll do it for the main deck, 40 card deck. Extra deck, we got 2 Saturnite Delteros. Very easy to make. You can easily get 2 of these guys out on the field at once. Well, not at once, but you can have them 2 at the same time. When this card has Exceed Materials, whenever you normal summon, special summon monsters on your field, your opponent cannot activate effects, so it's really nice. And also you can detach an Exceed Material to target 1 card on the field and destroy it. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can bring back or you can't bring back, you can special summon a Saturnite monster from your hand or deck. 1 number 101, just to steal your opponent's special summon monsters. 1 Exotonite. 1 Castle of the Sky Blaster, Musketeer, pretty much 101's counterpart. Consider Omega, since the entire deck is light, so it's really easy to make. Gaga Gaga Cowboy, really works well with Alslam. Starleech Polydomino, another card that works well with this deck, it's light. Heroic Shaman, Excalibur, at 4,000 damage, and it's light type, so it works well with Honest as well. But I prefer it over Blade Armor Ninja. 1 Gandiva works really well in a mirror match because his entire deck is a level 4 or lower, and Saturnites are always special summoning, so it stops the special summons. So yeah, Gandiva is pretty good. Well, it destroys them when they're special summoned. 1 Crane Gorgon, the Antiluminescent Knight. Really good card. When your opponent MSTs you, you can target their card and switch it out. And I believe you can actually use this guy's effect twice per turn. It doesn't really say once per turn. It just says during either player's turn, when another card or effect is activated, targets exactly 1 card on the field. And no other card, you can detach 1 Exceed Material from this card and then target another card on the field. That card is now the appropriate target. So really good card. Number 82, Heartland Draco, 2,000 damage directly. And then 1 Ragnar Zero. I am missing 2 other cards. The other 2 cards I'm missing is number 50, Black Chip of Corn, which really isn't exactly a hard card to get. I just don't have one. And then Degasso Emerald, which is really good in this deck because it recycles your Altairs and all that. But I just don't have one on me. So that'll do it for the deck. Yep, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out my channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Tell me what you guys think about the deck. Yeah, just tell me what you think about Satellar Knights altogether. If there's anything you would like for me to change, so leave it down in the comments. Yeah, can't wait for new challengers to come out because there's much more support. I actually have a few other cards that will work well in this deck later on once new challengers comes out or whenever. But I guess I can go over that real quickly. So we got Satellar Knight Trivial. In my opinion, this guy's better than Delteros because when it's a C-summon, all the cards on the field are turned back to the hand. But I believe this guy has to be 3 Satellar Knight monsters, or 3 level 4 Satellar Knight monsters. Delteros is just 3 level 4 monsters. And then you can detach materials, make your opponent send 1 random card from the hand to the graveyard, and then if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon a Satellar Knight card back from the grave. Dark Rabbinic Sea Dragon, detach 2 materials, target 1 card, target 1 monster on opponent's side of the field, and have its attack and the attack it lost is now added onto the Dark Rabbinic Sea Dragon. And then number 86, Heroic Champion, just because this deck is all warriors, so why not run number 86? And that'll do it. Yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. I got more deck profiles for later on this week. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.